So hello, in this video we will look at how to design a correct and reliable 0603 MLCC footprint. So in the first part of the video, this is only for the beginner. I will explain the key parameters that decide pad size and land pattern according to datasheets and IPC standards. And in the second part of the video, we will apply these parameters step by step to create the symbol and footprint in Altium Designer. So let's start. The first slide is regarding the units, what basically this 0603 package represents. Let's start with what 0603 actually means. So this code comes from Imperial dimensions, where the capacitor body is 0.06 inches long and 0.03 inches wide. When we convert this value into the metric unit, it becomes approximately, here you can see that 1.6 millimeter by 0.8 millimeter, and that's why in metric naming the same component is called 1608. So remember, imperial code is 0603 and the metric code is 1608, but both refers to the same physical component. And this imperial unit is used in the USA and metric unit is used in the Asia. So that's the difference. Now let's look at the actual physical dimension from the official KEMET MLCC datasheet. So for 0603 or 1608 capacitor, here you can see that these are the dimensions for the body and terminal dimensions, not for the pad, which we are going to create in Altium Designer. That will come in the next slide. So here you can see that the length of the capacitor is 1.6 millimeter with the tolerance of plus minus 0.15 millimeter, and width is 0.8 millimeter with the tolerance of plus minus 0.15 millimeter. So this is length and width is this is for the capacitor body, not for the terminal. And the thickness is here you can see that it's 0.8 millimeter, which is the nominal value, and then with the tolerance of plus minus 0.15, and this thickness will also depend upon the dielectric type and capacitor value, but 0.8 is the typical maximum height for the standard parts for 0603. And one more important parameter is the separation. This one, the minimum separation between the two terminals. So these are the basically the terminals of the capacitor, and this minimum separation between the terminal recommended from the KEMET is 0.5 millimeter. So these dimensions describe the real component body, not the PCB pads that you have to keep in the mind. The PCB pads will come on the next slide. So next, we move from component dimension to the land pattern dimensions, which are the PCB pad size. So here you can see that the recommended pad size from the KEMET. We are going to this is basically these pads are we are going to create in Altium Designer. So here you can see that for 0603 or in metric code size 1608, KEMET has recommended 3 different type of pad sizes. So it depends on how many components are going to place on your PCB. So that's why they are divided in 3 level, like density level A, B, and C. So density level A is for the low density product application. The density level B is for the moderate level of component density, and density level C is for the high component density product application. So we are going to create the footprint for density level B. And one more important thing is that this density level will also, I mean, this pad sizes will also depend on the soldering process which you are going to use. For example, density level A is normally for the wave soldering process, and density level B and density level C is for the reflow soldering process. So that's the difference. That's why the density level A dimensions are always greater than density level B and density level C, because in wave soldering you need more place for the component compared to the reflow shouldering. So this image is from not for the 0603 but for 1210 case size. This is the length, which is 0.95 millimeter. The width is 1 millimeter, and the gap between the two pads, which is 0.8 millimeter, this gap. So here we compare different footprint philosophies for the same 0603 capacitor. So here you can see that KEMET values are manufacturer validated, and they are also IPC based. Then we have IPC-7351 recommended values. So basically IPC is a global organization that creates standard for designing, manufacturing and assembling electronic circuits. So these standards helps engineer, PCB designer and manufacturer all follow the same rules, so electronics are reliable and easy to produce. And IPC originally stood for Institute for Printed Circuits. The automotive accepted range, those who are working in the automotive industry, they know that in automotive accept footprints often slightly increased patch size for stronger shoulder joints, because automotive product goes for the harsh environment, like for the temperature from -40 degree till 150 degree. Then after that you have also the high humidity and also mechanical stress, which is a different kind of mechanical stress, and one of them is vibration, which can bring cracks in your capacitor. Then these are my values which I'm going to use for to create a component in the Altium designer. So here the pad length is 0.9 millimeter, then pad width is 0.8 millimeter, which I'm going to use, and pad to pad gap is 0.6 millimeter. Apart from this, the important thing is that toe fillet, heel fillet and side fillet recommended from IPC for toe fillet is 0.3 millimeter, and heel and side fillet is, it's not recommended for 0603 capacitor. And this is for reflow type of shouldering. If you are using a wave shouldering, then definitely this parameter will change. So why we need toe fillet, high fillet and side fillet, that I will explain you in the next slide. But here you can see, here in this column you can see the formula how you can calculate these values. And this portion here you can see that is called a toe fillet, which is normally 40% of terminal height. Terminal is this terminal, and that's the value recommended only for 0603 or 0402 package capacitor. And this is portion is heel, which is behind the terminal. So this is 10% of the nominal terminal height, and the side, which is 10% of the nominal terminal height. I'm going to use for my for creating my component in Altium Designer, toe fillet 0.3 millimeter, heel fillet 0.15 millimeter, and side fillet 0.1 millimeter. So basically this provide you the strong shouldering here. That's the purpose. So here on this slide, we have a key parameters which you have to consider before creating a footprint in Altium Designer or in any software. So those parameters are, the first one is the density level. So basically density level comes from IPC 7351 and decide how big the pads are and how much shoulder we allow. Then typical application. So it depends for which application you are creating this component. These are basically divided in three levels. Level A for the consumer electronics like TV, remotes. Level B is for automotive and industrial and medical application. Then level C is for the compact consumer devices like phones and wearables. So you can decide which on this application type, you can decide which level you have to select, and based on that the dimensions also changes. So then next is shouldering process. So as I explained previously that the size of the pad will also depend on your shouldering process, whether it's a reflow or a wave shoulderings. Normally wave shouldering is having a bigger sizes of the pad in comparison to the reflow. But for the small component like 0603 and 0402, normally reflow shouldering is recommended. And then component data sheet, so that basically provides you the actual body and terminal size. So you should always refer the recommended size given in the data sheet. And then after that you can compare with the IPC recommendation and also automotive accepted range. And then based on that, you can decide your own size for the footprint. So last three parameters are important, very important if you are uh, having your product for level P or level C. So the first one is toe fillet requirement, so which ensures a strong joint and inspection. So toe fillet is the most important fillet because it confirms good shoulder wetting, joint strength, and easy visual inspection. And IPC always prioritize toe fillet for reliability. Then the heel fillet. So heel fillet reduces the MLCC cracking risk. So make sure that the recommended heel fillet, your footprint must fulfill also the uh, heel fillet. So heel fillet is controlled to avoid excessive shoulder under the component. What happens if you have an excessive shoulder? It can bring a crack on your MLCC terminal. And to avoid that, you should follow the recommended heel fillet. Then the side fillet is optional normally for the small component like 0603 or 0402, but in case of the big component like 0805 and 2010 or 1206, it is recommended. And what basically it does, it improves the stability and the shoulder wetting. So what basically shoulder weighting is, so when you are using reflow or wave shouldering, then your shouldering material is whether melted properly or is still in the ball form. So that is called a weighting. When it's properly melted, then definitely you have a better joint here, and that's what this side fillet option provide you, which is also recommended from the IPC for the big component. So these are the key parameters which you should take into account before you start your designing, which will not take much time. All these parameters are available. So that's all. Thank you very much.